Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope the weekend went excellent for you all. We are the Insurance Brothers. I'm Andy.
I'm Ryan. What's going on?
And gosh, what'd you get into this weekend?
Oh man, family stuff per the usual. Yes. My daughter is a cheerleader and a rock star one at that. So
yeah, she's
very exciting there. She's 4. She's the youngest one on the team by far. So everyone's this big and she's this big.
That's
so
hilarious.
It is hilarious.
And then you got your son who is, gosh, he is the clown, the class
wild animals.
Yep.
I corral them. So what about yourself?
Yeah, family stuff as well. Watch a little basketball, all the good stuff. NBA playoffs. We're big sports guys, as you can tell.
Absolutely.
So
business is a lot like sports, right?
Yep. If you guys want to chime in on Denver Nuggets right now, please have at it.
Or your favorite team in general and how you relate it to your business, right?
We use sports analogies all the time in everything we do.
Championship season, my friend.
There you go.
Pop the champs. I love it.
So let's go ahead and jump right into today's topic. The concept or the notion of a younger workforce coming into your industry, whether it's the insurance world, mortgage, real estate, finance, whatever it is.
Whatever it is you're selling.
Yeah. So, there's an aging workforce who's taken their way into the retirement, or they're slowing down their production just because they have that kind of freedom and flexibility.
They've earned it.
Yeah,
they've earned
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so for both the sales leader side, or maybe the recruiters, the managers, the sales leaders from their perspective, and then from the producer's side, the ones that are both in the seat and ones that are coming into the industry, what does that look like? So let's start with the sales leaders. What does that look like for having these younger generations come in, the millennials, the Generation Z? What do you think that looks like for you to adapt to a new culture and getting them into your culture?
Yeah, I think it's important to play 2 parts. One is respecting the senior leadership of your team, the senior producers that may be on their way out. It's important to recognize what's worked in the past and maybe some pieces that are still working today and even some that are coming back in, right?
Yeah.
Like old-fashioned picking up the phone. It's such a weird thing these days.
Yeah. People are scared of it.
It's so effective. So one, recognizing what used to work and what maybe still works and giving the appreciation to those those senior people that may be on their way out into retirement.
So,
and integrating some of the newer technologies and what the millennials and the generations.
So each side can learn from each other. You have a mentorship program that maybe the senior guys come in and they groom. They grab someone over their shoulder and say, "Hey, look, kid, you're coming with me." We've seen that over and over again.
Yeah.
And then from the other perspective, the younger person coming in and teaching that older, the old dog some new tricks, right?
Yeah.
That concept.
I think it's important to keep the lines of communication open. There's not a reason for one side to feel threatened by another. I think that each generation has something to bring to the table when it comes to sales, different strategies, different approaches. And if you can kind of create a cohesive marketing plan and selling strategies based off of, the combination of strategies, it's, you're going to win. So I think it's important to keep the communication open.
There's a respect factor there that both sides will have. And if that's not in place, that's on the leader to establish.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty vital.
If you've got a seasoned person that doesn't treat the newbies with respect, or you got the newbies that won't treat the senior person with respect, then you got a problem.
Yeah, and that speaks towards the top down.
Yeah.
So making sure that's important. And then there's, of course, the career advancement opportunities for both the senior people who are seeing this younger generations come in and the new ones who could say, look, I could be that guy one day. So that's a big part of it too. As sales leaders, you're pitching that and you're presenting that as such. And then from the senior person, gosh, you might feel the pressure of this person coming in, I'm taking your job, but push it, let it allow you to push you a little bit further, get yourself working harder and producing more. So that's an interesting notion as well.
Yeah, sales is a funny thing with advancement because, and we've talked about it before, when you graduate, and if you want to call it a graduation, maybe more of a shift from being a producer to, a sales leader, you a lot of times take a pay cut. A lot of your flexibility goes away because you are accountable to not just one person anymore. You're accountable to a whole team.
Yeah.
A lot more responsibilities come into play. So, advancement is a funny thing in sales. Not a lot of people want that advancement, and I can't say I blame them.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for just being a rock star salesperson, having a nice work-life balance, and making really good money. And so, more senior salespeople may not have a problem with younger people coming in and assuming those roles because they've chosen to stay in the path that they're in, and they probably like it that way.
Yeah.
So, but it is important for those younger generation folks, if they are going into a leadership role, to establish a sort of respect factor in regards of, I'm here to help you grow your business. I'm here to help, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here to come in and change what you're doing. I'm here to come in and help you make more money, right? And so that's important.
What's the theme here today? It's culture. Everything is going to be everyone adapts to their new culture, their new environment.
Communication, man, is everything.
Yeah.
You can't let one bad egg create a culture wave throughout your sales team, because it's easy to have that done. And we call them cave dwellers, right?
We
the
do.
Cave dwellers will come together and moan about this. They'll bitch about that. And the top producers, they don't have time for that, right? They want to go sell and
doing the good activity that's leading to money. So
yeah.
One other quick thought, the concept of the industry, maybe it's insurance, again, maybe it's any of those other industries, having a reputation of being old school, having a bad rap out there because they're not in the seats, they're not in the trenches, so they don't understand. So these younger generations that are walking into insurance, for example, might think, and they're probably right, it is an old school industry. And why is that fun for me? Why would I even consider it? So you as sales leaders, you as recruiters, managers need to rewrite the script, change the game on that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's important for a sales leader to understand what's going on in their industry and be able to adapt their approach to recruiting people as such, right? So in insurance, we're a very antiquated business. There's not a lot of technology involved. There's still a lot of people that are involved in the process. However, there's a huge push in InsurTech, which if you follow it, there's FinTech, InsurTech. There's a huge push and money going into technology to create synergy between a person and technology and insurance. And so it's important for a sales leader to understand what's going on in their industry, right? And be able to attract talent based on where they fit in the market, right? I know this is going on. Here we are here. This is how it used to be. But here's where we're going.
Yeah.
And be able to sell that vision based on what's happening.
It's always painting a picture of what it's going to be and getting them to understand and fit into that perspective. Because they know that if they do jump in, it's going to work based on, the history, the everything you're saying about what's going to happen. It's a belief and a trust that person is exactly spot on with what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
people buy into that vision, man.
Yeah.
If you don't have a clear vision, how are you recruiting?
Yeah.
Like, you can't recruit top talent if you don't have a vision. People buy into an approach, a vision, a passion. You have to have that stuff. If you're not in tune with the industry and you're not cutting edge in what you're doing, you're going to die. If you ain't growing, you're dying.
Yeah.
And so that's the reality of business.
There's our hashtag.
There it is,
we
man.
always find it.
Is what it is. We don't make the rules. We just state the rules.
Oh, man. So if you're a candidate looking for a new industry, ask the right questions, find and understand what is going on with your new industry that you're seeking. Challenge that sales leader. Get them to tell you exactly what's going to look like in the next 5 to 10 years, because it's your career on the line. It's your lifestyle and your family's lifestyle.
And I would definitely challenge the younger folks coming out of college to not just take the first job that's thrown your way, right? It's really hard to say that sitting in our seat because we've been out of that game so long, but you really got to look at what the next 8 years, say you're 22, to 30, those are really, really important years in your career, and you can make huge strides in what you're doing based on the career path that you choose. So I would say don't take the first job that's thrown at you. Really dive deeper into what you're looking to accomplish in your career. And if you can get in early in something like insurance, real estate, mortgage, things of that nature, and be really good at it, you'll be wildly successful for the rest of your career, and you won't be job hopping, which is what we see.
Taking some advice from our friend Gary Vee.
Yeah.
He always says that if you're coming out of college, don't worry about the income you're going to make for the first couple of years.
Right.
Even try and do it for free if you can, because you're going to probably benefit your career a couple of years down the road. So you're going to work for free for the first, call it 12 months, because you don't have much responsibility. You can live at home for a couple of months or whatever that looks like. And it's ultimately going to pay dividends, many, many years down the road.
Yeah, and the cycle is being broken of the, what's the base salary and the benefits and the 401k. And, a lot of that cycle is being broken these days with innovative business models. So think outside the box. Don't be so traditional in the way you're looking for a position. I saw a kid post his resume on LinkedIn out of college,
Right.
looking for interviews, and I think the guy got like
thousands of comments.
I think he got like 50,000 views.
Yeah.
It was great,
and it was a really clean resume. It was outside the box,
but it was nothing
right.
special.
It was just done right.
Yeah. What an
creative.
innovative way to look for a job.
Yeah.
I mean, people are looking for that type of talent, and that type of talent is looking for those type of people. So what a great medium, to intersect.
I love
it.
It speaks towards his drive, his personality, and his character all in one resume, and just doing it on one
Make it
platform.
easy.
So it's interesting.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
anyways, just to kind of the overall theme today, culture being huge for the newbies coming in and the seniors that are looking down on the new workforce coming in, both for sales leaders, both for producers, both sides of it. So there's a lot of different approaches here, but just understanding that you can rewrite the script on the industry, and you can get a better understanding of how you're presenting this model for a newbie walking in, and if you're a senior producer, just grasping it and making sure that works for you.
Yep, that mutual respect is everything.
Yeah,
so
excellent,
sure
guys.
Cool.
Well, any questions, comments, you know what to do. We're here for you guys. Have an awesome week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep, thanks.
All right, guys.